Greetings, wonderful New Zealand International Film Festival, and welcome to Leap of Faith, William Friedkin on The Exorcist. I'm Alexandre Philippe. I'm the director of the film, and it's really a thrill to be showing it to you guys. I'm very sad, obviously, with everything that's happening in the world, and super sad that I couldn't go to New Zealand. I absolutely adore your country. I've actually visited 4 times already. And every time I go, I love it more and more. And I was actually really hoping to be able to go this year, but unfortunately, it is not to be. So here's my little virtual intro for you guys. And I'll just give you a little bit of background about the film itself and how it came to be. It actually was not a film that I was planning on making. I was touring with one of my previous films, 7852, which is about the shower scene from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, back in 2017. And I was at the Sitges Film Festival, which, as some of you might know, is the biggest genre or fantastic film festival in the world. And I was having lunch on the port one day and heard a voice behind me saying, "Hey, Alex." I turn around and it's William Friedkin. I just about died. He was basically there getting his Lifetime Achievement Award. And he invited me to his table, and the first words he said were, "Come over here, I want to tell you some stories about Hitch." And so he had heard about my film, asked me right away to send him the link, and he loved it, sent me an email right away, and he said, "When you're in LA next time, let me know, and I want to buy you lunch." So, of course, when William Friedkin wants to buy you lunch, you don't say no. And so we had a wonderful lunch, and the conversation switched very quickly to The Exorcist. And he started telling me about his archives, and which sounded absolutely fascinating. And then he said, if you wanted to, have a look and have access, I'd give you access. And I'm like, wait a minute, what exactly are you saying? What do you mean? He said, well, why don't you read my autobiography, and if you find an angle, just let me know. So, of course, I took the bait. I read his extraordinary autobiography. And the first thing that came to mind was I didn't want, obviously, there's been a couple of documentaries made about The Exorcist, but I wanted to do a completely different approach. I wanted this to be a chamber film. I wanted to focus exclusively on William Friedkin, on his process as a filmmaker. I wanted to talk about art. I wanted to talk about music, about process, and honestly, not at all about special effects. And so what I told him was I'd like to use essentially the Hitchcock-Truffaut model of interviews, but instead of spending days and essentially structuring a number of interview sessions around your entire filmography and going chronologically through your entire filmography, I just wanted to focus on The Exorcist, and basically decided to completely crack it open, technique by technique, inspiration by inspiration, shot by shot. And the result really is what you're about to watch. It's actually the result of 6 intense days of interviews with William Friedkin. The result for me is that it is more than a film about his process as a filmmaker. I think it is a film about him as a person, and I think he's revealed a side of himself that we've never really seen before, which I found really quite wonderful. I'm very fond of this man, obviously, and of him as a tremendous artist. You'll see that the ending is quite emotional. It actually, without giving it away, it takes place in Kyoto, Japan, where we absolutely had to go to film the ending. and it might even bring a tear to your eye. So in any case, the result is Leap of Faith, William Friedkin on The Exorcist. I'm absolutely thrilled to share it with you for the New Zealand premiere. Of course, very sad to not be with you, but enjoy the film. And my greatest hope is to be able to see you all next year in New Zealand. Thank you.